welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by a familiar guest, Andrew Grabau, the president and CEO of Heart of Missouri United Way.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Got to be ramping up to a busy time of year for you.
Just in a couple of days, we're getting ready for our community kickoff. It is that time of the year.
And tell us what the community kickoff entails this year.
Sure. Well, so every fall, the Heart of Missouri United Way looks to our community to raise funds because the work of United Way is local, and so the funding is local. Did you know that 98% of the revenue that United Way brings in comes from community donations?
I knew it.
I know you did.
But maybe some of our listeners and viewers did not know that, and it is good for them to know that.
That's right. So United Way raises local funds and then invests those local funds in local issues. I'm going to say local one more time.
Yes.
To support our local residents in need.
Yes.
And so this kickoff is to raise awareness around it. You know, last year in 2023, United Way was able to support, through the generosity of the community, over 33,000 people in our community.
Wow.
And that's everything from, when you think of those who are living in vulnerable situations, it includes our unsheltered and homeless population. But then think all along the path. It includes a child who needs some extra help with tutoring, or a young adult who needs job counseling, or a senior who needs assistance with transportation. All across the spectrum, United Way is here to help.
Yes.
And the community's investment makes that possible.
Yes, it's all such important work, all of them, every single step of that journey. There's help and assistance that's needed, and you guys help provide some of that resource. And you've got your campaigns kicking off here soon.
Yes.
Tell me about the campaign. What can the community do? How can they get involved?
Sure. So our campaign kickoff, which is just our public launch, if you will, is going to take place on Wednesday the 28th at Sentinel Park at the Arcade District.
Okay.
So right in the Arcade District,
Sure.
That's kind of a cool area, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
And so from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. on that Wednesday the 28th, we're inviting the community to join us. We're going to have some speakers. We're going to have live music. We're going to have a live radio remote.
Okay.
And then we're going to ask the community to do something that maybe is a little bit extraordinary.
Okay. What's that? I don't know about this
I
part.
know.
Was this a surprise?
I'm referring to the prop.
Is this our prop?
This is our prop,
because
yes.
I have no idea. So I'm going to be just as surprised as our
Okay.
listeners and guests, because tell us what we have sitting on our table for the people who are listening, not watching.
Yeah, those on the radio can't quite see what we've got in front of us, but we have a 5-gallon water container. You know, think of the water cooler container.
Yes.
And we're asking our community, in addition to all of the wonderful support that they give and donate through their time, talent, and treasure, we're asking them to be a part of a visible campaign this fall that we're calling Change for Real Change.
Okay.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. Change as in your quarters, your dimes, all of the loose change, anything that you consider kind of as a loose change to donate. And we know that through that visibility, it'll serve as a reminder of United Way's impact and our collective impact throughout the community. So we're going to have these 5-gallon containers at businesses across the community. You'll see them all over town with stickers on them. And if you've got some extra change, throw it in there.
I like it. I've probably got about $75 worth of change in the bottom of my purse.
Right, exactly.
And I imagine some people could probably say the same, because it becomes the catch-all.
Yeah.
And so we can just clear that out and drop it in a container.
Can I share that the inspiration behind this campaign came from our kids at Alpha Heart Lewis Elementary School.
Yes.
So these students at Alpha Heart Elementary School, first and second grade kids, received books as a part of our Read Across Columbia initiative. And they were so excited about trying to see how can other kids have books. And so they raised money on their own by doing their own change drive. And these first and second grade kids raised over $1,200 in change.
Wow.
In change.
Wow.
So we know, and so we take that inspiration.
Sure.
If our kids can do it,
Oh, absolutely.
we can do it.
Absolutely. I
Yes.
love that. And
Yes.
I love every time I hear that story
yeah.
because it is.
It's
I
great.
mean, the fact that those kids received books through Read Across Columbia and then they were inspired because what were they saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, our other friends didn't get books or the other grades didn't get books. Let's get some books for them too.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So I know we talk a lot about money, and it is really important for us to be able to fund initiatives and grants.
Absolutely.
At the, we have 37 grants going to help in education, health, and financial stability. But if I could just speak for just a quick second, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but on the power of philanthropy in our community.
Yes.
When we ask the community to get involved, this community responds and shows up. We also know that when they show up, they lead by example, and it inspires. It inspires other people to be involved. Just like those kids, we are inspired by them. So as we get inspired to support one another, we know that universally we can make this the community where everyone has an opportunity to thrive.
Yeah.
And that's what we want.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And it becomes contagious in this
It does.
community, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it sure does.
Which is a good thing. That's what we
I
want.
love it.
Especially in these kinds of scenarios. What you're doing, and I love that you kept mentioning the word local when we first started, because sometimes there's a little bit of a misconception that United Way is this big national organization. And of course, it does have a national presence, but this money stays in this community to help these nonprofits service our neighbors.
That's correct.
And that's very important for people to know. So thank you for using the word local several times. We needed that. And so if you see one of these containers around town, just clear the bottom of your purse out or dig under your couch and drop it in. We appreciate you, Andrew. Thank you so much. And now we will get ready for our Monday Mindful Moment.
Welcome to your Be Well moment presented by Burrell Behavioral Health. This is an invitation to try a short, square breathing practice. I will count to 4 as we breathe in. We'll hold our breath for 4 counts, followed by breathing out for 4 counts and a final hold for 4 counts. Let's try together. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue square breathing until it feels right to stop.